Hey guys, if you like the content, please be sure to like the videos and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Hey, what's up guys? Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here doing yet another Born of the Gods draft, this time Swiss style. So rare is Faded Conflagration. I mean the card's fine. 4 damage, 4 mana, 5 damage to a creature or planeswalker, not too shabby. Searing Blood, also good. Noble Quarry, big fan of this card. Kind of want to play that. Nyxborn Wolf, also good. Follow the Hammer, good. And not too much else. I think we're going to take the Noble Quarry. I'm a big fan of this cycle of Bestow guys. And both the Searing Blood and the Faded Conflagration do pique my interest a little bit, but I think the Quarry is really what we're looking for. Alright. Follow up pick. Well, Swordwise Centaur is certainly good. Nothing else in here really standing out as worth going into a different color. Skirmisher's fine. Gorgon's Head is okay. Dawn of Dusk, like it. Foil Plea for Guidance is kind of cool. But yeah, we're just going to take the Swordwise Centaur pretty happily. That guy is good. Alright, third pick. Well, what's the best card in here? Probably the Sudama. I like that inspired ability a lot. I like it more than the Servants. Especially since it has Intimidate, and that just seems all around good. Farah's Band Tromper is good as well. Hill Giant that gets bigger, but I think Sudama is definitely significantly better since it's got the evasion. And there's ways to abuse Inspired. So I'm not going to be heartbroken if I miss out on a Tromper, but I may really want this Sudama, so I think it is worth taking here. Not much else. Right, next pick. What's this guy do? Whenever you cast a spell, it targets him, each opponent discards. I've never even seen that guy. He seems like he's okay. I could see him being good. Seems a little bit pricey, I think, is my main issue. Here, this card is very playable. I could believe that. Kill a couple guys and deal damage to a player for 6 mana. Starbreaker, definitely good. Aura Killer, this thing's good too. These, we can see a couple more of like Fade into Antiquities in the next couple packs, so I guess I'm not super concerned about getting that now. Best card in the pack's got to be the Pinnacle, I guess, or Sphinx's Disciple. I think we're going to try this Adept out. I don't like it very much, but I've already got one thing to target it with. Maybe we get some more, who knows. Let's see. Claim of Erebus. Vortex Elemental's cool. Archetype of Endurance is a wee bit too expensive for my taste. Disadvantage 2-drop. I don't like him too much. Not a lot of sexy picks in here. I think we're just going to take the Gorgon's Head. Could be useful with Trample or something like that. Not really heartbroken about missing out on anything. Guess I could take the Divination. But I guess any deck can play Gorgon's Head, so alright. Well, got some good picks in here. Shrike Harpy, Asphyxiate, Servant of Timurit. Yeah, we can take Asphyxiate. I like removal. Very good against Vigilance. Weight of the Underworld, more removal, or we can get Mortal's Resolve, Combat Trick, couples well with Heroic. Same with Necrobite. Good blue cards in here. Maybe we are supposed to go into blue. Not seeing a lot of green at all. So what's the best blue pick in here? Maybe the Sphinx's Disciple. Astronomer is good though. I mean, it's gonna be good. Can really go infinite on that. Mind Reaver sucks, but maybe we take the Disciple. 2 drops typically better. Let's try this Astronomer. There we go. Siren and Sound Song. So good reason to be in blue-black. That's tolerable to me. Okay, now we have Stratus Walk or Floodtide Serpent. I think Stratus Walk's definitely going in. So let's take that. Both Floodtide Serpent and Black Oak seem fine too. This is especially good with cantrip auras or comes into play stuff, but let's take the Stratus Walk. Alright. Eye Gouge. Yeah, why not? Could play it. Otherwise I'm taking a foil rare just for the coolness factor. Now we're seeing a lot of red, interestingly. Let's cut the blue a little bit. So, presumably we're green. Yeah, well, Sphinx's Disciples tabling. That's a good sign. Glad we picked up the Astronomer. So, presumably blue-black. But might have to go into green, or maybe green's a little more open the next pack. I guess we just don't know yet. Yeah, maybe we go deep on mill. Probably not. So we have 3 inspired guys, which is good. Witch's Eye is going to become a lot more playable in here. Really anything that can give our guys a tap ability seems presumably good. Geez, Arbor Colossus. Green was so cut. That was the major issue. Pack 1. So as much as I want to take the Arbor Colossus, I just don't think it seems realistic. Could take the Nimbus Naiad, which is very good. Could also take the Triton Fortune Hunter, which is a card I've come to love quite a bit. I do like Nimbus Naiad a lot too, but the card advantage you can potentially get out of Triton Fortune Hunter is pretty absurd. This card can really take games over. And considering how much blue we're seeing, we might be able to table it, but someone might have dove into blue now, I'm not sure. I think I like the Fortune Hunter more. Nimbus Naiad, I guess, works better with the Astronomer, but it's also uncommon, the Fortune Hunter. I think I gotta take that Fortune Hunter. Alright. So now we can do Blood Toll Harpy, get another flyer, but Vaporkin also is a flyer and a cheaper one at that. But it can't block. Let's take the well, I guess if we take the Harpy, maybe we table the Vaporkin. Can we be so lucky? This pack's not terribly deep. I guess I'd rather have Vaporkin. Alright. Gray Merchant, sick. Agent, very strong. I probably want to take the rare. I do like Gray Merchant, but it's not that good in our deck yet. We only have a couple other 3 black permanents or whatever. Let's take the Agent. Slam him. Hopefully table the Omen Speaker. Not likely table the Gray Merchant. Possibly table the Fricus Cure. I like making my opponents sack creatures. That seems pretty good. Alright. Griptide, it is. Not much else for us here. And Breaching Hippocamp seems fine. Now we're seeing some green, more red. Interesting. Breaching Hippocamp actually quite good because of all the inspired we have. Or at least it's better than it used to be. No black, no blue really. Guess just in case we have to end up bug, I could take the Agent of Horizons, but guess we could just take the Bronze Sable just in case we're short on playables. Alright, Fate Foretold is great in this deck. It's amazing on this. It's good on any of our other heroic as well. Us drawing, them discarding seems good. Them sacking a creature, us drawing, all of that. Astronomer. Fate Foretold is... This is the Fate Foretold deck. Alright. Opaline Unicorn. Not really feeling it. Not really feeling Coastline Chimera all that much either. If I pick the Unicorn, I could do a random splash, but this thing also flies. I tend to underrate it quite a bit because it's nothing special, but this actually looks like a deck where it could give us some value, buy us some time, be a good blocker. Alright, now we've got Boon of Erebus. We have Anvil Raptor. I think we want the Boon, actually. I want to have more stuff to trigger the heroic guys I have, or protect guys that I have. I like the Raptor, too, though. In this deck, not in general, but in this deck I think it's fine. But let's take the Boon. I could see getting some good use out of that. Alright, I guess we could top out a Benthic Giant, perhaps. I don't really like Stymied Hopes all that much. Minotaur is very playable, so I'll take him. Your standard 3-mana 2/3. Nothing here of real value for us. Wish this card wasn't so damn unplayable. Guess we'll just hate a 2-drop. March of the Returned or a foil Artisan Sorrow that we're not playing. Who knows, maybe we find some way to make March necessary in here. Alright, so would like a couple more Bomby spells. This deck needs to be upgraded a little bit. Well, Bow of Nylea, don't think we can do that. I like the Phalanx quite a bit. Pharika's Cure, also good. A little bit short on creatures, but we already have quite a few double black, so I could make the Pharika's Cure work and hope to table the Phalanx. Removal, typically more important than creatures. And we already have a decent amount of ways to finish. I do like the Phalanx a lot. I just think we're more likely to table the Phalanx rather than the Cure. And there's still plenty of goodies in here. Let's just hope to table the returned Phalanx, and we'll go ahead and take the Pharika's Cure. Alright, well now we got Grey Merchant, which is fine in here for sure. And then hopefully we wheel a Phalanx or a Cure. Alright, good picks in here for sure. Nimbus Naiad, Read the Bones, Tormented Hero, Cutthroat Maneuver. Well, with the Astronomer, Nimbus Naiad I think is the best. And it gives us more evasion, more stuff to target our heroic with, gives us some evasion. I think we probably just want the Nimbus Naiad. Maybe we table one of these 3 black cards, but we'll see. Alright, another Nimbus Naiad. Mogus's Marauders, Griptide, Lash the Whip. We could take a second Nimbus Naiad. I mean, that's certainly not bad by any means. Mogus's Marauders is very good. I do like that card a lot. It can be real devastating. I think we want the heroic value. I do want the second Griptide too, but I value the heroic value a little more, so let's take the Naiad. Alright, Witch's Eye I definitely want in this deck, and I would absolutely play it. I'm just measuring if I can table it. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So there's only 3 cards left. What are the 3 worst cards in here? Loathsome, Mountain. Is it the Witch's Eye? Is it in fact the Witch's Eye? Well, I'm going to hope to table the Witch's Eye because I really want this Omen Speaker. It looks a little bit more in line with what we want to do. Can probably start making some cuts. Don't need that. Wow. Emissary? Yeah, we're going to take that over the wall, over the Triton, and over the Gainsay pretty happily. Very happily. Alright. Let's cut the March. Don't need that. Ooh, Prescient Chimera too. That's sweet. Probably don't need to main deck the Eye Gouge. Probably don't need the Bronze Sable. Everything else looks pretty good. Probably the Chimera could go, or Maybe even the Giant's not that great. I'd rather do Prescient Chimera. I like the Scourge Mark too, but Prescient's better. Alright, Horizon Scholar, that's a good finisher. We could take a second Fate Foretold too. It's not like Fate Foretold's ever going to be bad in here. Do we have enough kill cons already? I mean, we have a ton of creatures. Could just, actually, I could take the Marauders here too. I mean, Marauders is just sick. Just potentially a blowout. Alright. Going with Marauders. Alright, we did table return Phalanx, so that is good news. Got them both back, which is just sick. Definitely playing them both. So this deck got Omega upgraded here. We can really pick and choose what we want to play. Like, we don't necessarily need the Fellhide Minotaur. Geez, Cutthroat Maneuver and Tormented Hero. Let's take the Maneuver. We've got a lot of heroic we can get value from with it, and we can be way more picky on what we're going to play in this deck. Probably don't need him. Probably don't need that. Maybe don't need the Adept, but this tables? Yeah, let's get rid of it. Oh, table that Witch's Eye. Perfect. I knew those were the three worst. Alright. I think I might still play this. We've got 1, 2, 3 guys that just straight up get value from it. That's pretty good. But I think the main issue is I've got too many good cards, and that is a good problem to have. Probably don't need the Minotaur so much. Probably don't need... maybe we cut the Adept at this point. It's not that great. Don't need the Gainsay. Alright, well, got a great deck. Plenty of good cards in here. Plenty of ways to win. Good tricks, good removal, powerful cards. Let's decide what we want to do. This is 24. I do really want to make that Witch's Eye work. I know. Seems sketchy, but it's pretty good. Creatures look great. Removal looks pretty good. Got some evasion. Good heroic. How many enchantments do we have in here? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess we only have 5 enchantments. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That's pretty low, actually. So maybe the Astronomer gets the boot. He's not as sexy as I originally thought he was going to be. Because you have to bottom all of them, right? I mean, it's kind of cool. It's potentially card advantage, but... might have to cut the Astronomer. I don't know if 5 enchantments really justifies playing it. Seems really low. Alright. We can sideboard into it against the crazy aggro decks, but I like all this a lot. This is good. Good deck. Curve is pretty good. Good finishers. Pretty even mix of blue and black. More blue than black. We need black a little bit earlier than we need blue, so I'm going to do it the other way around, I think. We need 2 of each in any way you slice it. But yeah, this deck's pretty good. I don't think it's bad. I think it's got some real potential on it. But we'll see how it plays. So I'll see you guys round one.